Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. They do appear, Jim Beglin, to be going with a 5-3-2 formation.
Conservatism would appear to be at play, Peter. However, we don't quite know what their motives are just yet. It could well be as it looks, but it might also be a way of deceiving the opposition into thinking that they're just going to sit back and then hope to produce an aggressive counter-attack or two. This system can accommodate that, and I certainly hope we're going to get something positive in response, and it's not going to be all defence.
And it's Zanetti.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional holding midfield player in his younger days, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's come on in leaps and bounds since then. In fact, he's at his best when partnered with a defensive midfielder like that, because it means he has license to just join the attack.
So he's benefited a lot from his new role.
Yeah, it's brought so much more out of him. He's a true all-round player now.
Vieira. Yaya Toure. Spread out to the left. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's being urged to shoot. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Caceres. And he's quick to return it. Short changes him with that pass. Azar. And this is Eto'o. Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third. Ronaldo looking to receive it in space. Vieira knocks it out wide. Thiago looking tidy in possession here. Oh, this looks sharp. Can he spark a counter here? Caceres. Oh, super find. Bellingham does really well to win the ball there. Tries to pass it through. That's going to go a long way. Thiago. And it's Azar. Bellingham, who is... Bellingham! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Manchester United with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Seedorf with the clearance. Vieira. And the shot! Yaya Toure. And now they can spring out of defence. Zanetti.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, that's well spotted. Looks to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Great defending, strong and determined. Vieira conjures time and space where few can.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing.
Oh, good take and a good... And Del Piero!
Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. There's the header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Corner number 3 coming up. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Del Piero. Just eases him off the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for options for movement. Thiago, a player whose confidence, whose sense of adventure rubs off on all of those around him. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's where it came from. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's been intercepted. And we've reached half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reached the halfway point.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. So off we go again.
Manchester United have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Thiago. And here's Eto'o. That is good alertness. Zanetti. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And it's Thiago. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nicked it back promptly.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
That has not gone well. Opts for safety. Rafael Varane. Hazard. And here's Del Piero. Maldini. And he's had it nicked away. Can he get on the end of this? Real chance here. In comes the corner. Corner number 4 coming up here. Bale goes short. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. And it's Cáceres. Threads one in. Nicely worked. Dida gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And this is Ronaldo. Eto'o being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Always onto this. There's the shot! Cáceres can clear it away. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a good run down the left. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Vieira, Thiago, Yaya Toure. Now he's off and running. Pepe wins the duel this time. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he cuts out the supply. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now, what about a counter-attack? The ball has bounced loose now. And this is Eto'o. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. And this is Eto'o. Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Hullet. He is through here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Cruyff. Into the last quarter of an hour. He's got away. Oh, that's nice. Stood up well to him there.
Substitution in progress.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Chance! And it's in! And late in the day, a telling moment.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Manchester United have taken the lead.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
And here's the chance to counter. And here's Eto'o. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Neymar. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Chance for a shot! That's another chance! could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Ibrahimovic really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Corner number 2 then. Chance, surely! Goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in.
Cisco! And that is doing no harm at all. And it's Del Piero. Rodri. Lampard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bellingham. Lovely pass, but goes for a shot! And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Manchester United find a position of real strength now. Pirlo into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nedved, passes coming off in quick succession. Del Piero! Oh, and the referee says that is it. Manchester United suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round.
So there it is, everyone. Now big up
Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. So, Jim Beglin, what is your interpretation of the way they appear to be lining up?
Conservatism would appear to be at play, Peter. However, we don't quite know what their motives are just yet. It could well be as it looks, but it might also be a way of deceiving the opposition into thinking that they're just going to sit back and then...
A header! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he cuts out the supply. Caceres. And here's Del Piero. Zanetti gets over and intercepts. Now, what about a counter-attack? Cristiano Ronaldo. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get onto this? And a header! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Azar. And here's Del Piero. Bullet. Seedorf. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And this is Del Piero. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Del Piero. Can he get on the end? Shoots! And he's stuck it away. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
After 18 minutes.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Manchester United restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Hazard. Hazard! Not a bad try by any means. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Eto'o. Hazard. Really fierce, close defending. Well timed, excellent interception. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Bale. Passing nice and neat. And it's Azar. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Bellingham. Here's Vieira. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
15 minutes till half-time. And here's Eto'o. That is good alertness.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And once more he proves rigid and robust. And this is Del Piero. And that interception was most necessary. Ambitious ball here. Can he latch on to this? Oh, Red, nice interception. Vieira. Thiago. Can he spark a counter here? That's a shade optimistic. Caceres. Cruyff. Bullet. Oh, they can break here. Pass somewhat off target. Bellingham. Bale. Great vision. Now it's Eto'o. Yaya Toure. Seedorf. And it's Seedorf. And this is Ronaldo. Nicely worked.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
That looks a good ball through. And this is Ronaldo. Here comes the cross. Superb goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Now look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
After 45 minutes is number 10.
Manchester United leading now. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Zanetti, oh, perfectly measured that. And for the first half, that is that. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Manchester United really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on.
Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Oh, that's neat. And that's a dangerous ball. Bellingham has another go! And no mistake. Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
This is a promising build-up.
Manchester United have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Cruyff, there's the header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. He read that really well and stopped it.
Del Piero.
Azar. He won't be happy with that one. Eto'o is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
So what can they make of this? He's picked his way through. Aimed beyond the defence. He's on it, can he get away? He's slid in and that has raised the temperature on the touchline.
Well played and well cleared.
Now that looks a decent ball. That pass isn't the best. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Now who's going to be first to this? It's Cristiano Ronaldo! They get a throw in.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 24, Johan Cruyff. Number 10, Gullit.
Ferdinand.
Number 21, Cristiano Ronaldo.
And it's Lampard.
Number 17,
He's in a great position here.
Number 13,
And this is Del Piero.
coming on the field. Number 11, Neymar.
Oh, that's a key
Number
interception.
9,
And try to spin that positively.
Number
I certainly
13,
can't.
Šeško.
Zanetti
Number 19,
serves up across.
Frank Lampard. Number 15, Bellingham. Substitution in progress.
And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's made its way to him. Nice interception, well timed.
Manchester United clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Now it's Eto'o. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Threads one in. Well, played right into his path. Gullit. Spread out to the left. Now it's Rodri. Now, can they get him away? Bale receives it in a wide position. Another pass, just big chance! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. That's really well manoeuvred. Šeško, and it's played in here. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. That's a cute ball. That has been cut short. And it's Rodri. 5 minutes left on the clock. And here's Gullit. They want to be quick to recover this. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Caceres, searching pass he's played there.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Nedved. Ibrahimovic. Bullet with his sights permanently trained on that. And that will be the final act. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Manchester United.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
So straight into the action.
Now it's Eto'o. He won't be happy with that one. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now this man, Yaya Toure, Jim, midfielders don't come much more complete and dominant than him, do they?
Well, the envy of so many opposition teams, I would guess. No one offers the complete package like he does, the perfect blend of power, of pace, and it's no exaggeration to say that he's one of the greatest box-to-box players around.
A real handful by any measurement.
Totally.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Vieira. Bellingham. To Hazard. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. Caceres. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's quick to snatch it back. Hazard. Somewhat off target. Thiago. Ferdinand cuts it out. That has ended up in no man's land. Del Piero. Maldini does well to get it back. And here's Del Piero. And this is Hazard. Opts to Del Piero! Nearly, but not quite.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
That pass isn't the best. It's a throw-in. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Can he latch on to this? And it's made its way to... It's Eto'o! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Eto'o clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. And it's Thuram. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Cruyff. And here's Eto'o. Cruyff quietly revving. He's having a hit! It's bounced back off the post. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Probing pass. Varane gets across to intercept that. Well, that looks a decent ball. Hoisted in.
Well played and well cleared.
Del Piero. And it's Bellingham. To Bale. Bellingham. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's been slipped through. That is lovely. Zanetti, he's got away. Ball in towards the middle. Pullet. Oh, Red, nice interception.
Pullet clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Bellingham. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Cross in.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Eto'o! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's gone backward here. Now it's Eto. And Del Piero! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Del Piero is offering a right smile there.
Manchester United have their second corner now. Del Piero! Superb goal!
I think this is a very welcome time for a goal, Peter. There was a momentary drop-off in the defence, and he was just too good a player to miss that. A special talent has given us all a very special memory.
After 42
Right place,
minutes,
right time, and a fine
18.
instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Hullet. Just eases him off the ball.
Added time.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And it's Vieira. Some intricate pass. Eto! He's got a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Number 22, Eto!
And that is all they have time for.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks
that was
will
the
undergo
first
change
half.
now.
Still
One will
plenty
be
of
solid,
time left for
the
a
other needs to
comeback.
be pretty inspiring.
Manchester United are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far. So the action resumes. Vieira. Bellingham, who can single-handedly make a difference. Bale. Bale picks it up out wide. Bale, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. He's looking wide. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Manchester United ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Turan. And it's Azar. Now it's Eto. He's in plenty of space here. Big chance, corner. So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Bale. Vieira. Manchester United, with this 2-goal lead, they're certainly looking much the more assured side. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 13, Maldini.
Hazard.
Coming on to replace him is
Eto'o
number
is
11,
being harried and
Neymar.
hassled.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Hazard. That pass has been well intercepted. Bullet. 60 minutes played. Nicely shaped ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Pepe. Rafael Varane. And it's Hazard. And he's found a way past. Decent chance! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
A case now of complete control. And it's Neymar. Bullet. Hazard. Thiago. Now, can they get him away? Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's gone for a throw-in. Bellingham. Neymar. Well, that's beautifully weighted. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And he cuts out the supply. Vieira. Bale. And it's Bale. And they've got a throw.
Substitutions taking place.
Manchester United are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Del Piero, and this is Eto'o. Plays a sharp little ball here. Del Piero. Great chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Zanetti, can he get it through? No, he's just misjudged that one. Manchester United are coasting towards victory. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Great ball, and he's in here. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
He will be livid with himself.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
And it's been given away. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has not gone well. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. The ball has bounced loose now. Now it's Del Piero. Rafael Varane. Eto'o. Oh, that... Oh, shooting chance! Incredible! Just incredible! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Manchester United are having a ball here. Aims beyond the defence. Rodri has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Played into space, and the shot's on him. Tries a shot! And no mistake! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into.
That's that, the end. Manchester United pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Expectation shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Martin Caceres, Jim. Precious little doubt about what his outstanding qualities are.
Aggression and tenacity, Peter, but there is another side to his game as well. He's got a certain confidence on the ball, and he can pick a really telling pass too. That's vital if you're looking to play a patient, possession-based game.
Manchester United with the corner, they're first. Getting up there! Prosper comes to the rescue. Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Bellingham. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thuram. And it's Thiago. Zanetti. And it's Azar. He can run onto that. And he's in one-on-one. Chance for a shot! He's delivered all right!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The goal scorer for Manchester
A mere
United.
formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Looks to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Can he latch on to this? That's really well cleared. Out for a throw. Seedorf. Played with finesse. Ronaldo is flagged offside. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Threads one in. And this is Hullet. Thiago. Manchester United leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Bellingham, who is rarely short on confidence. Tries to play it through. And this is Del Piero. And the finish! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Over to the right flank. Tries to pass it through. That looks a cracking ball. Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Eto'o. And this is Del Piero. And Del Piero! And no mistake. And this is getting better and better. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Del Piero demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Vieira. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bellingham. And this is Eto'o. And it's Cruyff. Neatly clipped into space. Thuram. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Bellingham. And here's Azar. Oh, important interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Vieira. And here's Eto'o. Lovely ball. Decent chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's the keeper's ball. Cruyff. And he's quick to return it. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. That has not gone well. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Seedorf has it out wide and in space. And he gets rid in a hurry. Manchester United heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. It's a promising position. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bellingham. And they win it back again. Little pass back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Caceres played back into the centre. And it's Seedorf. Played through into space. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Thiago. Oh, easy pickings there. Knocks it into space. It's come to nothing. And that is the end of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Now let's all rally behind the boys.
Manchester United are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 13.
And we get things going again.
Coming on the field is number 11.
Ronaldo running with the ball. And that has put paid to that. Bellingham is the team's great visionary. Caceres.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Thiago. It's a really well-measured ball. He's picked his way through. This looks promising. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Vieira. And here's Eto'o. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Thiago. Azar. And it's Neymar. Manchester United, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. Eto'o is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now. Cristiano Ronaldo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Manchester United are totally dominant in the middle of the park, and no way through zone.
Some really good ball movement. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Bellingham. Now it's Del Piero. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Neymar. Big chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. And that has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Bale. Bellingham. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Bellingham. Azar. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Ambitious ball here. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Azar. Azar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's found the way through. He has a look up. He's had a shot!